MyValleySports.com High School Basketball Game of the Week.
The regular season wraps up here tonight at Warren G. Harding High School as Cleveland Heights in town to meet the Warren G. Harding Raiders. And we've got it for you here on the MyValleySports.com High School Basketball Game of the Week. Hi again, everybody. Chad Krispinski alongside Will Klusenik. What a way to end the regular season. Both teams checking in 16-3. Cleveland Heights at number 9 in the state of Ohio in the latest poll. Warren Harding at number 10. Quite a tune-up for the postseason.
Both teams moving in the right direction and playing well. It's going to be a very exciting game tonight. I expect both teams to be on their A game.
Cleveland Heights will be without the services of their star player, Tyree Gator. He broke his wrist and will not play again this season. Warren Harding, however, comes in red hot, having won 9 straight games, and they're looking to continue that confident play as tournament play gets underway next week. It's Cleveland Heights and Warren Harding coming at you on the MyValleySports.com High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Quarter of the game is brought to you by Spitzer Chevrolet.
Inside Warren G. Harding High School, it's the MyValleySports.com High School Basketball Game of the Week. Warren Harding and Cleveland Heights getting set to face off. We're all set for the opening tip. Let's quickly take a look at the starting lineups. Get to those here shortly if we can, and meanwhile we'll have the opening tip. And the opening tip is controlled by Cleveland Heights, and it's quickly 2-0. Up and good for Delonte Davis. Warren Harding on the short end, 2-0, 10 seconds in to the basketball game. Harding with the ball. They whip it to Rasan Smith, back in the far side left wing. Into the hands of Jesse Harden, topside Smith. They bounce it underneath. Couple of dribbles back on the left wing. They feed it into the low post, up off the glass, and it bounces in, plus the foul. Rashid Gaston, standing 6'8". He looks much taller than that, and he knots this thing up at 2 with 7:32 left and a free throw to come.
What a great possession. You know, he was able to relocate, get himself back in there, and get deep. And you saw the strength. He was able to turn. And anytime a big guy gets that deep, we've talked about it, it's tough to defend it. And he has a chance right here to finish it off.
Rashid Gaston, the senior forward, puts it up, and it's off the back of the rim, no good. And the rebound comes down to Cleveland Heights. Ahead to Najib Johnson. Johnson up at the top of the key, crossing over, puts it up, it's short. Offensive rebound, swatted away underneath.
When you look at a shot like that, if you're going to get it inside there, you got to take it up strong. You've got a lot of big and long bodies in there that are going to be able to get the ball out of there.
Tiger possession, cross court near side left wing into the hands of Kojo Lockhart. Lockhart is short, but it's cleaned up and stuck back in by Najib Johnson. Quickly back up Rasan Smith. Puts it up off the front of the rim, it won't go. Rebound comes down to Cleveland Heights. Antonio Harper. They work it ahead to Delonte Davis. Davis up off the glass, it won't go. But there's a whistle and a foul called against Warren Harding.
You can see the type of pace that we're going to have here. Both teams really trying to push the ball, get it up and down the floor, looking to penetrate, looking to attack, and looking to create opportunities. So again, we're going to see this pace all night, and it's going to be exciting to see.
Delonte Davis to the free throw line. Davis puts it up, and it rattles home. That makes it 5-2 in favor of the Tigers. Delonte Davis. 72% free throw shooter, puts it up and in. And it's a 4-point lead for Cleveland Heights. Harding with the basketball over the time stripe into the forecourt. Jesse Harden gives to Rasan Smith. Smith penetrates into the corner. 3-ball up and good for Jesse Harden.
Just that little bit of penetration, able to get the defender to react, and Harden's ready to knock the shot down. Great shot, great execution there by Harding.
The lead is 1 for Cleveland Heights. It's jam-packed, a great kind of tournament atmosphere here tonight in Warren as we wrap up the regular season. Najib Johnson has it poked free, gobbled up by Rashid Gaston. Now ahead on the left side to Rasan Smith. Smith penetrates back out front to Jesse Harden. Harden raising up, short off the front of the rim and won't go. Rebound Najib Johnson, nearly carried, and we have a whistle. And we do indeed have a turnover on that carry. Give it back to Harding.
The ball got a little bit too high there, a little bit out of control. Correct call right there by the officials. But again, looking to push the issue and force the tempo there.
6:12 left in the opening quarter. Ball in the hands of Jesse Harden. Over the time stripe into the forecourt. Harden line lane, puts it off the glass and in.
Another example of great penetration and attacking the rim.
Marcus Bagley at the other end, the easy two. Quickly up the floor, and the lead is back to 1 for Cleveland Heights.
You look at the pace, very high percentage shots right now by both teams.
Up at the top of the key, it's Jesse Harden onto the left wing. Now into the corner, taking it baseline, line lane off the bottom of the backboard. Whistle and a foul as Arthur Cook took it to the rack and was hacked. And he will go to the line for 2.
As he penetrates on the baseline, he was kind of bailed out there a little bit. He didn't have a great angle, but he was able to be a little bit elusive there and get around. So both teams really looking to attack the rim and get to the foul line and get layups.
Kojo Lockhart commits the foul. And it is now tied at 8. Arthur Cook, as a free throw shooter, connects on 73% of those tosses, averaging 8 points per ball game, and he knocks it in, and Harding takes a 1-point lead. Cleveland Heights quickly pushing it up the floor. Delonte Davis onto the right side of the far wing. Another carry called. Turnover gives it back to the Raiders.
Another ball handling turnover, and those are the ones you don't want to get, those kind of unforced turnovers right there. Again, you don't mind the aggressive mistakes, but you don't want to have those types.
Yeah, with that defensive pressure from both sides, they can force plenty of turnovers on their own.
And that's what we're going to see, which team is able to force more turnovers and which team's able to execute.
Harden with the ball up at the top of the key. Harden brings it back to the near side. Underhand pitch to Rasan Smith. Smith is grabbed, works it into the corner to Arthur Cook. Cook trying to take it baseline. He is cut off. Cook trapped in the corner. His pass is intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Bagley, who subsequently stepped on the near sideline, and it is out of bounds. Give it back to Harding.
Heights doing a great job of anticipating and rotating. Two very important keys in defense, especially if you're going to pressure the basketball.
Rasan Smith up at the top of the key. Rasan Smith, far side, left wing, over to Harden. Harden up top, back to Cook. Cook raising up for 3, off the mark. The rebound tracked down by Rashid Gaston. Far side left wing, it goes back underneath, left of the lane to Gaston. And we have a whistle and a reach-in foul called against Cleveland Heights. And I do believe they just tagged Antonio Harper with his second. That is the case. So 3 team fouls for Cleveland Heights, 1 for Harding.
Very difficult to defend 6'8" in the post. One of the things they're going to have to do is guard and defend before he catches the ball.
Into the paint, unorthodox shot up and no good. Cleveland Heights comes down with it. Delonte Davis puts it up and in, plus the foul.
Great strength and great job of attacking the hoop, and making sure he was the one that was initiating the contact. And Davis does a great job of, again, initiating the contact right there and getting his head up on the rim and looking to finish. Another opportunity for a 3-point play.
Well, I have to ask you this, since we have an opportunity with all this transition. Head coach Andy Ceto of Cleveland Heights having to really mix things up now. What's the biggest challenge when you lose a player the caliber of Tyree Gator, who's really a go-to player this late in the season?
And that's the key. So late in the season, you've established your rhythms, you've established, your rotations, and now what a great opportunity for some other guys to step into some bigger roles. So that's what you're telling your guys. There's some points out there, guys. Let's see what type of role you want to take on right now.
Rasan Smith feeds it underneath to Shaheed Davis. Up at the top of the key to Rasan Smith. Back underneath. Davis firing and knocking down that turnaround jumper.
Very difficult shot, but again, able to knock the shot down.
Marcus Bagley penetrating, drawing the contact and the foul. Bagley is going to go to the free throw line for a couple as we have 3 team fouls apiece. First foul on Shaheed Davis.
Unable to beat the offensive player to the spot. And I'm sure one of the things Coach Arnold talked about in his pregame is, guys, we got to get back in transition defense. because these guys really push the basketball.
Marcus Bagley unable to knock it down. As a free throw shooter, he is 51%. And Bagley is the second leading scorer on the ball club with 13.8 points per game. The aforementioned Tyree Gator averaging just over 19 at 19.1 points per ball game. Bagley trying to give Cleveland Heights a 1-point lead, and he does. So an up-tempo first quarter of play, just what we expected. Arthur Cook with the ball, stops, cut off in the corner. Cook back outside to Shaheed Davis, muscles it away. Davis back to Cook, halfway home in the opening quarter, and we have a whistle, and we have a travel, I believe.
I believe he stepped out of bounds, and one of the things that I was watching, they were having a very difficult time of inbounding the ball, and you can see Clark in the post right there doing a great job of defending and not letting the ball with the direct entry. So that's one of the things, if they're going to be successful, Cleveland Heights, they're going to have to defend the post, and they were doing it right there.
12-11, Cleveland State leading. Warren Harding. So timeout on the floor, which gives us an opportunity to remind you that every week we pick the Pizza Joe's player of the game. It's one player that has made the greatest impact. That player receives a hoodie from Nightline Embroidery and Screen Printed. Will feature the player of the game every Monday night at 6 and 27 First News, and First News at 10 on Fox Youngstown. Chad Krasinski, Will Klusenik with you. A battle of state powers. These two facing off. The last time that they went on to meet was back on February 11th of 2011. Harding coming away with a 5-point win, 66-61. Up the floor comes Delonte Davis. They call him Didi. Out to Cameron Cross. Cross able to draw the contact and the foul. So he's going to go to the line very early on. Lots of fouls being called.
When you have both teams that are willing to put the pressure on each other, you're going to see some fouls. So guys definitely have to be in position. And you saw Coach Arnold there switch up the defense out of the timeout, going to kind of a 1-3-1 trapping look, maybe trying to use his length and athleticism and try to get some turnovers that way.
First foul on Rashid Gaston. So that sends Cameron Cross to the free throw line. Cross averaging a hair over 3 points per ball game. 13-11 Cleveland Heights. Free throw up and good. 14-11. Harding trying to answer back. Ball in the hands of Jesse Harden. Over the time stripe into the forecourt, near side right wing. This is Rasan Smith. Smith bouncing it up top to Arthur Cook, now onto the left side. Great pass underneath, and that shot is no good for Davis. He tried to throw it down, but couldn't make it happen. Shot blocked by Gaston, but Cleveland Heights there to stick it right back up and in. Great presence of mind. Marcus Bagley, Johnny on the spot. Into the corner near side, Rasan Smith stops, whips it, underhand toss. 3 ball in the air and will not go. And the rebound is tracked down by Donald Jones over the time stripe. Into the forecourt, up and in on that floater, and it's 18-11.
Harding's got to do a much better job of stopping the basketball and picking it up earlier, because right now Cleveland Heights is attacking and getting high percentage layups.
Rasan Smith raising up, it won't go. Cameron Cross comes down to the rebound line, lane, puts it up and in.
Coach Arnold's going to need a timeout to talk about this.
20-11 is our score, and this looks like a very motivated Cleveland Heights Tigers team playing with a great deal of confidence.
Great deal of confidence, and you could see them attacking the rim and getting after it. You know, Coach Arnold, I'm sure, talked about it in his pregame about these guys probably have something to prove. Like you said, you know, with their top scorer going down, you know, you'd never want to take any team lightly and think that they're not going to come out ready to play. And these guys are proving that they are one of the top teams in the area.
It's a sort of us against the world mentality, saying nobody gives us a chance to win ball games like this, and so we have to come together and we have to really bring our A game and take it up another notch to show people and prove them wrong.
And what you love to see about that is guys willing to pick up their role, and a lot of guys that are playing, will take it upon themselves and say, you know, I can step up my game to add to our whole and add to the team as a whole. So they're doing that right now, and it doesn't have to be one guy. Each guy can pick a little piece of the puzzle to make your team stronger. And right now, Cleveland Heights looks extremely impressive.
Can Harding get it together and rally back? We'll see. Jesse Harding at the top of the key. Far side left wing, Cook. Underneath the low block, Rashid Gaston puts it up and in, plus the foul.
That was one of the things that, if you noticed on the last couple of possessions, they tried to go high-low on the dunk, which they had missed. And right now, these big guys are doing a great job of some interior passing, and you see the strength. Great pass by the other postman, and that's one of the things that you teach your guys is look for the opposite post player ducking in or ducking under, and those guys are doing that right now. And Coach Arnold knows they have the advantage on the inside. Let's take advantage of it.
Rashid Gaston trying for his 5th point, and he's unsuccessful. Previous foul, the first on Najib Johnson. Over the time stripe into the forecourt outside the three-point line. Shot up and good for Coach Joe Lockhart.
These guys are doing what they need to do. They're on fire, and they're taking good on balance and high percentage shots.
Near side right wing. Now underneath, Rashid Gaston. In traffic, fights it up and in.
Gaston showing you his strength. They're looking to get the ball inside, and he's taking advantage of the guys in there.
Quickly at the other end, Cleveland Heights takes it to the rack. Steve Arnold is not happy, does not like the call. That foul is going to be called on Shaheed Davis.
And I'm sure he extended the arm a little bit and pushed off. And you know, Gaston went straight up. You know, and that's a very difficult foul, especially in the first quarter. And that's exactly what he's talking about, is that offhand that came off the ball and created that space for the offensive player.
Najib Johnson puts the free throw up and good. And it is 23-15.
The type of game that is going to be in a physical game, that's a call that you don't need to have.
Free throw up, free throw short. Rebound Johnson. Johnson scoops it up and in. What a play! Down the floor into the hands of Delshawn Bell. It bounces off. Underneath, Shaheed Davis puts it up and won't go, but he's going to go back to the free throw line. Boy, there have already been plenty of whistles and plenty of fouls here in this first quarter.
Good. You've got a lot of aggressiveness, a lot of big bodies, you know, banging. So expect the contact and be ready for the contact. One of the stats that really sticks out is Cleveland Heights. They average 42 rebounds a game. So they're really hitting the offensive glass, and we've seen that here in the first quarter.
So at the free throw line is Shaheed Davis. We have now 11 fouls between the two teams. 6 fouls called on the Raiders, 5 called against Cleveland Heights. So Shaheed Davis trying for his 3rd point. Davis standing 6'9", misses short off the front of the rim. The rebound comes down to Cleveland Heights. Delonte Davis whips it over. Near side left wing. Johnson for 3. It's short. Rebound tipped up into the air, controlled by Jesse Harding. Harding near side right wing. Harding line lane, dishing off. Davis high, arcing shot will not go. And the rebound comes down to Cleveland Heights. Up the floor to Cameron Cross. And we have a whistle. And we have another foul. This is getting to a point where it's so ticky-tack. The officials are clearly trying to take control, but this is a little much.
Yeah, they want to take control of it, and that looks like a pretty good steal right there. You know, and one of the things, you know, you need to make sure is you got to get into the flow of the game. Both the officials and the players, you know, have to get in a good flow, and that way it's a little bit easier not only to play, but to officiate as well.
12 fouls in this first quarter. Wow.
And one of the things you saw Coach Arnold go to, he went a little bit to the zone, probably to protect some of these players, you know, and maybe get a little bit more of a flow and stop some of these fouls.
First foul on Delshawn Bell. 25-15, Cleveland Heights with the basketball. The ball is into Delonte Davis. This is Kevin Clark in traffic, putting it up off the back of the rim and won't go. Rebound Shaheed Davis. Up the floor comes Davis. Davis. Onto the far side left wing into the hands of Jesse Harden, who triggers and misses badly off the back of the rim. And the rebound comes down to Cameron Cross. Quickly up the floor. Cross topside Davis. Davis into the paint. Davis scoops it up. Shot was disrupted by Shaheed Davis. Davis will slowly bring it up the floor. We're under a minute to play in the opening quarter. Shaheed Davis is going to be fouled by Kevin Clark.
Harding, has to do a better job of, creating some of those high percentage shots. Being down 10, the last possession down the floor with Harden, they can get that shot anytime that they want, and they really do have the advantage inside. So look to get it in and inside out, and maybe get that jumper, instead of trying to create a little bit on your own there.
Into the corner, this is Shaheed Davis. Davis puts it up, it won't go, it's a foul on the floor. And at this rate, we will be on the air until 9 tomorrow morning.
It's definitely one of these games where it's very choppy right now for everybody, for us commentating the game, for the officials, for the players. And again, it's going to take a little bit of flow here, but like you said, or it's going to be a real long night.
So Shaheed Davis to the free throw line. And now we have one of the officials calling off the free throw attempt for a moment, saying something to Coach Ceto. And now Shaheed Davis to the stripe. Davis puts it up and in. 3 points for Shaheed Davis. 25-16 Cleveland Heights. Davis trying to knock down another. Davis up and off. The rebound comes down to Cleveland Heights. Quickly up the floor. Delonte Davis with 30 seconds left. We'll see if the Tigers will hold for the final shot.
It looks like they're going to be content to hold for the last shot, and spread out a little bit, maybe look to penetrate and pitch, but they also have been very successful attacking the rim.
Najib Johnson now with 11 seconds left in the quarter. Johnson back outside to Delonte Davis. Davis into the paint, dishing off, right side, it's up and no good. Rebound grabbed by Shaheed Davis, and with that, the first quarter is in the books. We enter the second quarter with your score. Cleveland Heights 25, Warren Harding 16. Back to the home of the Raiders after this on the MyValleySports.com high school basketball game of the week.
YSU Penguins basketball is on MyYTV. Catch every home game for the men's and women's teams on the Valley's home for local sports. Don't miss the YSU men take on Detroit Saturday, February 25th at 10 p.m. as the Penguins try to gain momentum going into the conference tournament. For complete coverage of YSU basketball, just go to MyValleySports.com and click on YSU for scores, schedules, highlights, and much more.
Chuck Eddy here, and it's our Chrysler Showcase event going on now at Bob and Chuck Eddy's in Austintown. Folks, we have over 500 new cars available, which some have rebates of up to $4,000 or 0% financing. Folks, we're out to set new sales records, so come see why we are Eastern Ohio's #1 volume Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer. So when it comes to service, savings, selection, location, and our Chrysler Showcase event, it's Bob and Chuck Eddy's in Austintown. And remember, you can't beat us.
I'm Matt Baird, and my family and I have been servicing this area for over 50 years. At Baird Brothers, you will find first-quality hardwood products at an honest price every day. We are the manufacturer, not a liquidator. Let us prove to you why our products and service are second to none. I'm Matt Baird, and I guarantee your satisfaction. Baird Brothers, America's source for fine hardwood products since 1960.
We're here to demonstrate how Vanishing Deductible from Nationwide Insurance works. Now go long. With Vanishing Deductible, you get $100 off your deductible for signing up. Good. Keep going. Then for every year of safe driving, it gets $100 smaller. How about now? A little bit more, until it could vanish completely. Dale?
Looks like a ride home vanished too.
Whoa! Was that an earthquake? Contact Cardan Insurance Group to make sure you're properly covered.
All set for the second quarter, 25-16. Warren Harding trailing Cleveland Heights. Ball is in the hands of Rasan Smith. Over the time stripe into the forecourt, onto the far side left wing, up at the top of the key, back outside the three-point line. This is Davis underneath, spinning shot for Bell, and Delshawn Bell makes it 25-18.
Harding going to stay in the zone here, try to eliminate some of the penetration. Maybe Cleveland Heights will take a couple long distance shots, and they're able to get some of these rebounds.
From the right side, trigger shot by Bagley, up and no good. And the rebound comes down to Warren G. Harding. Rasan Smith feeding Davis. Davis with the right hand, puts it up, and it bounces in.
And that's exactly what Warren can do. Push the ball up the floor and use your big guys looking to attack.
Delonte Davis loses the handle, gobbles it back up. That shot will not go. And the rebound comes down to the Raiders quickly up the floor. Delshawn Bell back outside, left wing for three. Up and won't go, off the fingertips of Smith. Here come the Tigers in transition. Left low block, shot blocked. Underneath, whistle, foul called.
Just another great example of Cleveland Heights attacking the offensive rebound. The shot is blocked, and you can see that they're already ready to jump up and attack. And Johnson does a great job of getting to the ball and getting there quickly.
Najib Johnson to the free throw line, flicks it up and flicks it in. That makes it 26-20. Johnson trying to knock in another. Free throw up. Got it. So it's a 7-point lead for Cleveland Heights. Rasan Smith bringing it slowly up the floor. Smith on the far side, left wing. Delshawn Bell has it taken free. Najib Johnson shot blocked underneath. Into the hands of Delshawn Bell. Bell right down Broadway, feeding left side, up and good for Orlando Irvin, who's just checked in his first two. It's a 5-point lead for the Tigers.
Great transition break right there, able to get as deep as he could, just dump it down and make the easy layup.
Near side left wing, top of the key into the hands of Davis. Delonte Davis penetrates, pulls it back out, over to Bagley, now into the corner. Taking it baseline is Donald Jones, and we have a turnover.
He stepped out of bounds, and the zone has really done a nice job, or Harding's really done a nice job with the zone. It's got Cleveland Heights just a little bit out of rhythm, has stopped their penetration, and has also given, Harding a little bit more flow here and stopped some of their foul trouble.
27-22 is our score. Harding basketball over the time stripe into the forecourt. Harding, they lob it underneath. It is tracked down by the Raiders. Strong move. Shot may have been partially blocked. It was. It'll stay with the Raiders as Rasheed Gaston tried his best to muscle it up and in.
And again, another example right there of the high-low situation. The guys, they're looking to front the guys now, so they're looking to just throw the lob right over the top. And here it goes again.
Lob it underneath. Rasheed Gaston up and in, plus the foul.
And you can tell Coach Arnold has really talked to these guys about that. If they're playing behind, look to get a direct punch in there. If they're playing in front of them, look to lob it up there if there's not any help side. Great job by Warren Harding.
Timeout called by Cleveland Heights. 5:53 left to play in the first half. It's the Tigers 27 and the Raiders 24. Of course, the man of the evening here tonight, the man of honor, so to speak, a very familiar name in Warren Harding circles. Of course, if you're an NFL football fan, you know him. His name is Mario Manningham, and he had one of the most spectacular catches in the Super Bowl, and he's on hand here tonight, honored by the Raider family. It's great to catch up with him. Take a look at that great catch he made just inside that sideline. A pivotal play. Mario Manningham doing the area proud, coming up with a huge catch in the Super Bowl on the biggest stage. And I asked him, said, you're a free agent. Could you see yourself potentially coming to the Cleveland Browns, who are in dire need of a a free agent receiver, and he says he hasn't thought about it yet. So a couple more weeks before NFL free agency hits. Up at the top of the key, Delonte Davis to the near side, Najib Johnson. Back to Davis. 5:40 to play, first half. Marcus Bagley now into the corner. High arcing pass, grabbed by Johnson. Johnson cut off at the free throw line, fires and hits.
Johnson very patient right there. He was able to gather the skip pass, got a good in-range 15-footer.
Underneath, low post, shot up by Gaston. It won't go, but he's going to go to the free throw line once again.
Cleveland Heights is having a very difficult time of figuring out how to defend Gaston. Either they're playing behind him and they're lobbing it, or they're playing in front of them, and lobbing it, or playing behind and looking to dump it in there. So right now, they're sticking to their game plan, and it's working. So we can see if they're going to be able to continue this and get some stops at the defensive end.
Third foul on Kojo Lockhart. Gaston misses the free throw, and he's 0 for 4 at this point, trying to knock down his first of the ball game. Gaston comes in as a 65% free throw shooter, averaging 9 points per ball game. Free throw up, knocks it down, 1 for 5.
We talk about how important those are, especially with as a big guy. When you're going to get fouled, you got to be able to knock those free throws in to inch your way closer.
Delonte Davis over to the right wing, back up to the top of the key, back to Davis. Davis firing three ball, got it!
You want to be able to contest that shot. It looked kind of a little bit uncomfortable, and he was able to hesitate there, but he did knock it in.
32-25 is our score, 10 points for him. Back to the near side. This is Davis for three. It won't go. The rebound comes down to Cleveland Heights. Quickly up the floor. Najib Johnson, so fluid in the open floor, and cans another one to make it 34-25.
Great footwork right there, and they got another hold by playing underneath. That last possession, they switched it up. Cleveland Heights wanted to pressure, wanted to trap and create a quick shot, which they did, a long three, and created that tempo. But Warren came back and was able to get the ball inside and look to get some shots here. And they got to understand which shots they need to take and which is a high percentage shot.
Tell you what, that is now the third foul on Antonio Harper. So you have Harper with three. You also have Kojo Lockhart with three. Two starters. That will impact things moving forward.
And that's what those big bodies are doing right now. They're creating foul trouble for Cleveland Heights, and all they got to do is continue to do that, and we're going to see how deep Cleveland Heights is, because they're going to have to get some guys in here.
So Rashid Gaston. Trying to knock the free throw in, and Gaston puts it in. And that will make it 34-27. 4:34, clock rolling in the second quarter. Delonte Davis cut off at the top of the key. Davis back to the near side, handing off to Najib Johnson. Johnson with his Tigers holding a 7-point advantage. Johnson outside the three-point line. Up to Davis, near side cross for three, knocked it down.
These guys are doing a great job of finding the open man, and they're ready to shoot the ball when the opportunity comes.
They'll lob it underneath. Orlando Irvin backing in. Bounce pass, Arthur Cook. Cook muscles it up. It is short, but more free throws upcoming for Warren Harding.
And a great opportunity for Warren Harding, because they're going to be shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way out in the second quarter. So as long as they continue to attack, they can try to creep back into this game while the clock is stopped.
Free throw up and good for Arthur Cook. His third point makes it 37-28 as you're going to look at Cleveland Heights head coach Andy Ceto. Cook is another very long player, very wiry, great size, and he has a good looking stroke from the free throw line. 37-29, Cleveland Heights Back on the other end. To the near side left wing, Najib Johnson. Top side, Davis. Underneath, all alone, Cameron Reddick. Ball loose on the floor. Jump ball called, and the possession arrow will keep it with Cleveland Heights.
Warren changing it up a little bit, trying to get some pressure and trapping a little bit, maybe create a little bit of pressure and turnovers that way, and they almost had one.
3:37 left in the second quarter. Johnson looking, loose ball. Tracked down by Cameron Reddick. Into Davis, raising up. Short off the front of the rim. Rebound comes down to Kajardan. Stein-Porson from the near side, right wing. Back to Cook. They lob it underneath. Rashid Gaston puts it up and in.
Just showing you how strong he is, able to just back the guy in. Great turn, great aggressiveness.
13 for Gaston. Acrobatic shot for Johnson at the other end.
Yeah, Johnson not to be outdone, looking to attack as well.
Arthur Cook raising up. Double clutch plus the foul.
Both teams, we talked about in the opener, are going to bring their A game because this is what they need to succeed in the tournament. You can see the body control and is able to stay with it, keep his head on the hoop, and knock it in.
6 points for Arthur Cook. The lead is 6 for Cleveland Heights. Cook trying to complete the and one.
You love to see both teams being aggressive, looking to attack. And anytime that guys are able to step up in a game like this, it's great to see.
Arthur Cook with 7 points. He averages just 5. The ball is out of bounds. 2:57 left, Raider basketball. Jesse Harden. Holding on, looking. Ball is into Stein-Porson. Back to Harden. Harden looking low post for Gaston, who's backing in. Outside Cook, line lane, Cook. Offensive foul.
Very nice call right there. He had an opportunity where he could pull up just outside the block area, but his body took him in there. And nice job right there of Reddick taking the charge.
Cook with a first foul. In terms of personal fouls, 18 fouls on Warren Harding. Up the floor, underneath, Cameron Reddick fights it up and in to make it 41-34.
They don't give you a break. They look to attack.
Jesse Harden raising up and knocking it down. This track meet continues here at Warren G. Harding. All alone, underneath, up, over everything. Stein-Porson comes down with the rebound. Up to Harden. Jesse Harden knifing through, and we have a whistle and a foul. Timeout on the floor, 2:15 left. Cleveland Heights up 41-36 on the MyValleySports.com high school basketball game of the week.
This quarter of the game is brought to you by Ohio Sports and Spine Institute.
Ohio Sports and Spine Institute is in the business of getting people better. They've assembled an expert team of rehabilitation professionals, including on-site physicians, to attain that goal. Don't be fooled by their name. Sports medicine is just part of what they do. Ohio Sports and Spine Institute also offers management of workman's comp and personal injuries, post-surgical rehabilitation, and pain management. For help with an athletic injury, chronic pain, or rehab, call the expert team of physicians and therapists getting people better at Ohio Sports and Spine Institute. We're talking tasty at Pizza Joe's, where you always get the best pizza deals. Come in today for a Big Joe cheese pizza with up to 3 toppings for just $12.99. Or try any 9-cut specialty pizza for $10.99 or 2 for $20. Pizza Joe's makes them up fresh and serves them up hot. To see the entire menu and to find a location nearest you, go to pizzajoes.com. Thanks for choosing Pizza Joe's. We're talking tasty at Pizza Joe's.
Hi, can I ask you a question?
For your balance, press 1.
Remember what it's like to talk to a real person? At Home Savings, local people answer the phone when you call.
Is anybody there?
Please try again.
Home Savings doesn't use a faraway call center.
Hello?
When you call during regular business hours, you can count on a human connection. Make yourself at home.
Armstrong takes my new HD television to a whole new level. I have hockey, basketball, all my favorite sports with brilliant picture quality in all types of weather. With so many high-definition channels to choose, I find all my favorite shows. Even a few new ones. I can get HD programming on all my TVs with free installation and no long-term contract. Armstrong gives me the high-definition experience I want at a great price. I like that.
Head coach Andy Ceto pleased at the moment as his Cleveland Heights team has a 41-37 lead. Checking back in for Warren Harding is Shaheed Davis. Sitting down is Kajartan Steinporson.
Coach Ceto probably very happy the way his guys are playing. He probably really wasn't happy with that foul call, and wants the consistency on both ends of the floor. But both teams are really getting after it right now.
41-37, Cameron Cross. Loose basketball pulled free. Jesse Harden up the floor. Harden far side, left wing, line, lane up. We have a whistle, and we have an offensive foul called against Harding.
Reddick with another great defensive play. That's his second charge. And anytime that you have guys that are willing to sacrifice for the team, step in there, it makes it a lot more difficult to get in there if someone's willing to step in there and take the charge.
Great defensive positioning. Underneath! Shaheed Davis throws it down off the steal. And Warren Harding draws ever closer. 41-39. We have a stoppage of play for one reason or another, but look at the defensive pressure.
Great hands, great defensive pressure, eyes it up, and slams it home. And there's the delay of game call with the ball slapping it away. So that was the timeout right there, and just kind of give a warning to both teams.
1:50 left. Here comes that full court pressure from Warren Harding. Over to the right side, Cameron Reddick off the front of the rim, whistle and a foul.
Again, very difficult foul right there. Coach Arnold's not very happy with it. Again, he said he got him with the body. And the situation here is you've got a great game, 41-39. Both teams are very physical and very active. The officials are going to have to let these guys play it out just a little bit here.
That's what Steve Arnold's saying. We have to play a game. Free throw up, free throw good for Cameron Reddick.
When you have teams at Division I that are athletic, that are strong, you're going to have to give up some of that bumping and incidental body contact to let these guys play through it. And as long as it's consistent, the players and the coaches will adjust.
Free throw up and good to make it 43-39. With 1:46 left. Ball is into Jesse Harden. Harden over the time stripe into the forecourt. Harden raising up, it's short of the rebound, comes down to Cleveland Heights, stolen back away. Look at Shaheed Davis floating in the air, knocking it down.
Harden's able to keep the ball alive with the deflection, and what a great job of just finishing it off right there by Davis.
Over the time stripe into the forecourt, Najib Johnson. Back outside, Delonte Davis spinning free. Davis knifing into the paint, underneath off the glass for two. 45-41 in favor of Cleveland Heights.
Warren Harding has done a great job of pulling themselves back within 4 with a minute to go.
Underneath, all alone, Orlando Irvin has his shot blocked. Rebound comes down to the Tigers, quickly up the floor. Najib Johnson, now to Davis. Davis cut off on the right wing. Into the corner, spinning free. Bagley knocks it down. Very athletic play to make it 47-41.
Looks like Harding's going to hold for the last shot here. Going to make sure that they try to get something within the last 10 seconds, maybe to try to get a rebound.
Rasan Smith into the corner. Orlando Irvin up to the top of the key. Stolen free. Marcus Bagley, line lane. Puts it up and will not go. Cleaning it up. Najib Johnson. Second try won't go. And we have a whistle. And the first half is complete. Initially there was a foul called. The official waved it off. And the first half is in the books. At long last, we have reached halftime. Your score, Cleveland Heights 47, Warren Harding 41. Back to Warren G. Harding High School after this on the MyValleySports.com high school basketball game of the week.
On the next Bones Weekends, a little game of word association.
Hunger.
Sex.
Whoa.
Horse.
Cowboy.
Child.
Baby.
Booth.
What do you think, I'm a baby?
Leads to a big revelation.
I want a baby.
Whoa!
Is there a father?
Well, I'd like to use Booth's friend. Booth. What do you know?
Next Bones Weekends. Viewer discretion advised.
Sunday at 10 on MyYTV.
At DNR Garage Doors Plus.
Fast service, that's us.
DNR is available 24/7 if you need emergency service.
They can repair any type of garage door and garage door openers.
Residential or commercial, all makes and models.
Now's the time to schedule your safety inspection service call. Maintaining your garage door is as important as maintaining your furnace.
We're DNR Garage Doors Plus.
Fast service,
that's us.
Garage Doors Plus. Fast service.
From several of the other cast of characters, off balance shot, Najib Johnson gets it to bounce in off the window. Very athletic play. Rashid Gaston has been the difference in the post for Warren Harding as he muscles that one up and in off the window. As we take a look at our individual leaders, both of them with 13 points, Najib Johnson and Rashid Gaston. It all adds up to a 47-41 lead for Cleveland Heights. Can the Raiders rally? We'll find out when we come back on the MyValleySports.com high school basketball game of the week.
This halftime.
And welcome back to Warren G. Harding High School. Say you could win a free pizza. Text Pizza Joe to 45548 for your chance to win a free pizza from Pizza Joe's. Everyone goes to Pizza Joe's. We're talking tasty. So 47-41. Cleveland Heights leading Warren G. Harding. As we welcome you back, Chad Krispinski and Will Klusenik with you. And we're all set for the third quarter as the Raiders have the basketball. It's Jesse Harden bringing it across the time stripe into the forecourt onto the far side right wing. Rasan Smith has it for the Raiders. Stein-Porson back on the right side to Smith. Underneath, Rashid Gaston spinning right low block. Up and in, too easy.
Not only great footwork, but he was very patient, let the move develop, and was able to attack and finish.
47-43 is our score. Cleveland Heights with the basketball. It's Delonte Davis. Up at the top of the key to Kojo Lockhart. Over to Najib Johnson. Johnson goes off the dribble, picks up that dribble to Davis. Davis on the near side, right wing, takes it baseline, up, under, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Warren Harding's Jesse Harden. Over the time stripe into the forecourt, Stein-Porson with the ball. Near side left wing. There's a steal at the other end. Najib Johnson, line lane, flips it up and in, gliding through the air.
Johnson doing a nice job of anticipating the late cross-court pass, able to attack the rim and finish, and again, another long, late cross-court will get picked off.
Delonte Davis up, it won't go, tap won't go. Stein-Porson taps it ahead to Warren Harding's Jesse Harden. Arthur Cook throws it down with the right hand. 49-45 into the paint at the other end. Floater up and in, plus the foul. Marcus Bagley gets it to bounce in. And every time Harding makes a little bit of a run, Cleveland Heights is able to answer right back.
They're able to answer, and it starts with the defensive end. Harding, isn't quite where they need to be in the right position or stopping the basketball. And Cleveland Heights takes advantage of that by penetrating and continue to put the pressure on them and attack.
Marcus Bagley completes the and one. It makes it 52-45, 6:34, clock rolling in the third quarter. Over onto the right wing. Now they bounce it to Arthur Cook. Cook outside the three-point line to Rashawn Smith. They work it around the perimeter. Harden up to Smith. Up off the glass. It won't go. Pinball basketball ends up in the hands of Antonio Harper for Cleveland Heights. And we have a whistle and a traveling call made. That defensive pressure leading to the turnover.
Harding doing a nice job of attacking and getting a deflection right there and forcing the travel. But Cleveland Heights also did a fantastic job on defense right there of sagging the off defender and not letting him go to the high-low.
Into the hands of Rasheed Gaston, out to Cook for three. He knocked it down.
Cook in range, on balance, and just shows you his range right there.
52-48. Cook has been impressive. A nice sweet stroke from the outside, and he also has shown the ability to take it to the rack as well.
He's got a very versatile game. You got to get a hand up on the shot right there, and they're looking to go as well here.
Rasheed Gaston, long lob to Cook. He tracks down the errant pass, cross court, near side. Harden firing three ball. That one high off the iron and out of bounds. And it'll go back to Cleveland Heights with 5:33 left in quarter number 3.
Very good three right there by Harding. They were able to get the ball in transition. You know, Davis does a nice job, or excuse me, Cook does a nice job of not forcing the issue, and they get the transition three. Just missed it right there, but very good possession for Harding.
Delonte Davis across the time stripe into the forecourt for the Tigers. Tigers with a 4-point lead. Delonte Davis out around the right side into the hands of Najib Johnson. Outside that three-point line, go Joe Lockhart. Shot blocked.
Gaston shows you his range right there. He's able to get over there, help side defense, and just knock it away and deflect it. Again, great technique, not swatting down. Again, just kind of tipping it out there.
Up at the top of the key, Delonte Davis for three with a sweet stroke. It won't go. Lockhart with the rebound. That's way too strong. Rebound comes down to Harden. Down the floor, line lane. Shot blocked! Outside Harden for three. It's off. Offensive rebound gobbled up by Smith. It will not go. However, we have a whistle and we have a foul.
That's a pretty impressive play right there on the block shot. You know, you can see him, he's eyeing it up. Great body control right here, but the help side defense comes in there and takes it away. What a fantastic play, but Harding stays with it, looks to attack, and both teams are doing a fantastic job of going after the offensive glass.
So many times you find the team that is the team that comes up with the block admires that block and doesn't stick with it. Harding did, and the Raiders get a trip to the free throw line, although the first free throw by Smith is no good.
You can create a lot of pressure on offense by continuing to attack the boards, you know, get second and third shot opportunities, and both teams are doing that right now. So if whoever stays with that is going to be a little bit more effective here.
Second free throw is no good. It's 52-48. Up at the top of the key, bounce pass near side. Bagley for three. It's off the mark. Rebound is tapped out of bounds, and it'll stay with Cleveland Heights.
Jones doing his part to just go after the ball, keep it alive. Again, not one of the bigger guys, but he's able to get off the floor quick and try to deflect the ball and try to keep it alive for one of his teammates, and it was one of Harding's players. So Cleveland Heights basketball.
Najib Johnson has the ball in. Entry pass ends up back with Johnson. His shot won't go. Shot blocked to the other end by Cook. Down the floor. This is up and in, plus the foul. Jesse Harden, great strength, +1.
Great strength, great body control. He knew that the foul was coming. He was able to focus, able to concentrate, and finish it. But what a nice job. You get the offensive rebound, you see the block shot, and that's what triggers it. You talk about defense, triggering the offense. Harden's able to push it out, takes a couple big strides, looks to finish, and nice job right there, good strength.
52-50 and one incomplete. The Cleveland Heights lead is 2. Into the hands of Najib Johnson. Whistle and a blocking foul call on the Raiders. And the Raider fans are not happy with that call.
I think that's a pretty good call. You know, Jordan set up a little bit too early right there, and the offensive player was able to just make a quick little sidestep and just be a little bit more elusive. So you have to set up a little bit later and kind of constrict the lane there a little bit, and that one last step so the offensive player doesn't have anywhere to go.
Rashawn Smith puts Up another foul on the scoreboard. And on Smith, that is number 2. Free throw for Najib Johnson is no good. He'll get another opportunity to try and increase this 2-point lead. Najib Johnson knocks it down. 53-50. In favor of Cleveland Heights. Love to see the Raiders knock one in. From the corner, Shaheed Davis, shot blocked. He sticks with it. Second try won't go. Najib Johnson comes down with the rebound. Quickly up the floor, feeding it right low, block up, under, shot blocked. Second try, bounces up and in, and it's a 5-point lead for Cleveland Heights.
Great job of staying with it, just shot blocked, able to gather it, knock it in, just attacking the glass, good skip pass.
From the corner, Delshawn Bell trying to knock in that 3. Cleaned up by Davis, it won't go. Cook sticks it back up and in.
Cook showing you the length of Warren Harding, able to get the ball above the rim and keep it alive and just tap it in.
Delonte Davis, shot blocked. Jump ball called, and the possession arrow will give it to Cleveland Heights.
Another example of Harding showing their length. Great technique, gets beat, but is able to go outside in, gets all ball right there. Nice technique, nice job of getting the block.
Onto the near side right wing, Marcus Bagley up, it won't go. Great rebound underneath by Shaheed Davis. Davis brings it across the time stripe. Back outside the 3-point line, now into the corner, Harden, lane, Harden flips it up and in.
Cleveland Heights a little bit disoriented, not getting matched up, and Harden does a great job of attacking the rim.
Johnson attacked, he'll go to the free throw line when we come back. 1-point ball game. Harding on the short end of the MyValleySports.com high school basketball game of the week.
The MyValleySports.com high school basketball game of the week is brought to you by Boardman Subaru.
Hi, Rob Fellman for Boardman Subaru, inviting anyone looking for a vehicle to stop by and check out Subaru. Whether you're looking for a sedan, an SUV, a crossover, or a true high-performance sports car, Subaru offers best-in-class quality, safety, and fuel efficiency. Our new certified pre-owned lot is loaded with low-mileage Subarus, all coming with warranties up to 100,000 miles. So come see us at Boardman Subaru, and remember, all Subarus come standard with all-wheel drive, only at Boardman Subaru, just south of Route 224 on South Avenue.
Show your school spirit. Highlight your company's name with shirts, sweatshirts, hats, jackets, and more. Visit Nightline Embroidery and Screen Print in Girard to see all the styles and colors available. Nightline features items for Girard, Ursuline, McDonald, and Liberty fans. Don't see your favorite team on display? No problem. Just ask. No job is too small or too large. All work is done on the premises. Wholesale pricing is available on large orders for schools, companies, and fundraising events. For quality signature apparel, visit Nightline Embroidery and Screen Print, West Liberty Street, Girard.
When the WRTA says it serves the whole county, they mean it. With loop routes to Boardman and Austintown and their convenient curb-to-curb service, everyone in Mahoning County can ride with the WRTA. The Boardman and Austintown routes provide riders with regular access from neighborhoods to local employers, medical facilities, and major shopping centers. The easy curb-to-curb service picks you up at your home and takes you wherever you need to travel throughout Mahoning County. WRTA, safe and reliable, serving all Mahoning County.
People think because I spend all my weekends at the racetrack, my life is predictable. Actually, things are constantly changing. And whether I need to protect my ATV, my truck, a new home, having life insurance, or a growing business, with Nationwide Insurance, I can bundle them together and save. You can too, up to 25%. So call Nationwide Insurance today to bundle and save.
Nationwide is on your side.
Whoa! Was that an earthquake? Contact the Carnan Insurance Group to make sure you're properly covered.
This quarter of the game is brought to you by Carnan Insurance Group.
Welcome back. Najib Johnson to the free throw line. Third foul, by the way, that is tagged on Rashid Gaston.
That'll definitely be a big one for those guys, and he's going to check out for a little bit. You know, and one of the things you want to see here is both teams are attacking the rim, and you have to be consistent with the body contact and the calls that you're making here so the players are able to adjust.
18 points for Najib Johnson. The lead is back to 3 for Cleveland Heights. Up at the top of the key, Rasan Smith feeding Shaheed Davis, and he can't put it in, but he'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Nice job right there of penetrating, getting into the defense, and then just going up strong with the basketball and drawing the foul. So again, penetration not only leads to points, but can lead to opportunities for teammates and getting the other team into foul trouble.
First free throw is up and true for Shaheed Davis. Shaheed Davis is a 69% free throw shooter. He averages a grand total of 10 points, 7 rebounds per ball game. He has 10 points and 8 boards already tonight. That one was very short. Off the miss, ball is out of bounds, and it'll go back to Cleveland Heights, who currently holds a 2-point advantage.
Harding has done a fantastic job of hanging around. Again, at one point they were down 10. You know, they're able to claw themselves back into it. You know, so again, you're talking about execution and knocking down some of those crucial free throws.
Right low block, shot block. Cameron Cross took it to the rack and evidently drew some contact.
And I thought the foul might be right there on the push right there, but we talk about all the time that any time that you bring your arm down, the officials are probably going to call it. So it looked like he brought the ball down a little past parallel right there, so that's where the foul was called.
There you get a look at Steve Arnold, one of the best in the business and an even better person. Of course, he'll be taking over as the head football coach at Harding this fall, giving up the basketball duties. Very well respected, a great motivator, great coach. 58-55. Arthur Cook, offensive foul called.
And that's the third charge taken by Cleveland Heights. And again, very difficult to get in here when you got guys that are willing to be that unselfish and give up their bodies, because that's a pretty good contact right there. Nice job by Cleveland Heights.
Tigers with a 3-point lead. Closing in on 2.5 to play in the third quarter. Shot blocked underneath. Shaheed Davis.
Harding trying to have a little blitz trap right there. They were able to split them right there. But when you have that guy that's in the middle able to block shots, you can gamble a little bit more than you normally would.
Cleveland Heights calls a timeout. 58-55, 2:33 remaining in the third quarter. The stoppage of play allows us an opportunity to remind you that every week we'll pick the Pizza Joe's player of the game. It's one player that has made the greatest impact. That player receives a hoodie from Nightline Embroidery and Screen Print. We'll feature the player of the game every Monday night at 6 on 27 First News and First News at 10 on Fox Youngstown. This game has been as good as advertised, Will, and we look ahead to tournament play, and there's certainly some teams who can make some noise. And this Warren Harding team is one of them.
Warren Harding can definitely make some noise, and Coach Arnold always has these guys ready and prepared to face some of that Division I talent that they face in the tournament, and that's why he plays the schedule that he does. You know, he gets his guys ready, so it's going to be exciting to see them down the stretch.
Into the corner near side, Cameron Reddick feeding, right low block. It's up and it is no good for Bagley. Warren Harding with a chance to tie with a 3-point field goal here in the third quarter. Into the hands of Rasan Smith. Smith picks up that dribble. They lob it underneath. Ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay right here. It has truly been a block party. Harding with 9 blocks. Cleveland Heights with 5.
Harding trying to go for the treetop to treetop pass. Needs to have a little bit more lob right there. A little bit more touch for the big fella.
Well, volleyball action there. It ends up in the hands of Harden. Harden raising up. Got it.
What an acrobatic shot just to stay on balance right there. Shows you the talent that he has.
1-point ball game. Look at Marcus Bagley, and it bounces in.
You get Bagley able to split the defense, not able to constrict the lane right there, able to slide right through and score on the layup.
Arthur Cook feeding Orlando Irvin. Great height, great touch, and he knocks it down.
Irvin contributing there, the trail man, able to get the reversal. Nice 6 to 8 footer there, knocking it in.
This one is gearing up to go all the way down to the end of this one. Bagley, second try, and he puts it up and in to make it 62-59.
Johnson able to create for his teammates. He's drawing a lot of attention. Bagley able to finish it off.
at the other end. Harden knocks it up. It won't go. Rebound Orlando Irvin. And it is out front to Rasan Smith. Closing in on a minute to play in the third quarter. This has been a great one. Rasan Smith outside Harden for the tie. Up and no good. Rebound Davis. Davis hits the deck hard. He is fouled. He'll go to the line for two.
Davis does a nice job of positioning himself on the weak side. You know, Cleveland Heights needs to do a better job of boxing the guy out and getting that first bump in there, especially Davis being so long, able just to reach over top. So if you want to be a great rebounder, you got to get that first bump in there and think rebound first. But Davis has an opportunity to complete the foul here and get another shot.
10 points make it 11 points, 11 rebounds. Davis trying to knock in another and make this a one-point ball game.
One of the things that you look at when you look up at the stat board, you see a lot of consistency with guys in double digits and scoring, everybody contributing.
Jesse Harden, and we are tied at 62. Cleveland Heights has seen their lead whittle away. Here come the Raiders. Delshawn Bell, Raiders take the lead.
Warren Harding just a great job of fighting back, staying with their game plan, you know, listening to Coach Arnold in timeouts, and they're in position here to keep the lead going into the fourth quarter.
Under 30 seconds left. This Raider crowd on fire at the moment. Looks like Cleveland Heights will hold for the final shot. Up at the top of the key. This is Najib Johnson. Under 10 to shoot. Bounce pass. Cameron Cross off the glass. It won't go. Rebound Shaheed Davis. Back to Johnson on the takeaway. Top will not go in the third quarter. Comes to a close. And what a third quarter it was. We head to the fourth quarter with your score. Warren Harding 64. Cleveland Heights 62. Back to the home of the Raiders after this on the MyValleySports.com high school basketball game of the week.
Working on a TV show is like any other job. It encourages problem solving.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, let's stab
give a
him.
piece of our mind.
Yeah, your thing.
Team building.
Evan, I'm impressed. You're beginning to think like a businessman.
A businesswoman.
I don't think that's a word.
Requires working overtime.
You stay up all night?
How can you tell?
This is the men's room.
Oh.
30 Rock.
30 Rock, Monday at 6 on MyYTV.
Armstrong takes my new HD television to a whole new level. I have hockey, basketball, all my favorite sports with brilliant picture quality in all types of weather. With so many high-definition channels to choose, I find all my favorite shows. Even a few new ones. I can get HD programming on all my TVs with free installation and no long-term contract. Armstrong gives me the high-definition experience I want at a great price. I like that.
Chuck Eddy here, and it's Ram Truck Month here at Bob and Chuck Eddy's in Austintown. Folks, we have 75 trucks available, starting with this Ram Tradesman, which is extremely well equipped with an automatic transmission and air conditioning, which has an MSRP of $23,145. You pay just $18,900. So hurry in with your trades and see why we are Eastern Ohio's #1 volume dealer. So when it comes to service, savings, selection, location, and Ram Truck Month, it's Bob and Chuck Eddy's in Austintown. And remember, you can't beat us.
Baird Brothers is not your ordinary lumberyard. We are consistently the best source for quality, precision milled moldings. Interior doors from hollow core to solid wood doors, in stock or custom manufactured. Notice how new stair components can change the feel of your entire house. Hypoallergenic? Take advantage of our current solid hardwood flooring specials. Try pre-finishing with our 7 stain colors and our new satin sheen finish. Baird Brothers, America's source for fine hardwood products since 1960.
And welcome back to Warren G. Harding High School. Chad Krispinski, Will Klusenig with you. Raiders come out with a basketball and a 2-point lead. Just underway in the fourth quarter. Jesse Harden with the ball, backing around. Top of the key, feeding it underneath. Great feed in the paint, up and in for Shaheed Davis, plus the foul.
Very familiar play right there. We saw that last week as well, opening up the quarter, looking to get the backdoor play. But what a great pass right there. And you now have an opportunity with Davis getting a three-point play. So really starting to execute down the stretch here, and this is when you need to do it in the fourth quarter.
Second foul called on Najib Johnson. Free throw up, it is short, and it's a 4-point ball game. Warren Harding with the lead. Delonte Davis up at the top of the key to the near side right wing. They feed it right to the lane. Kojo Lockhart in traffic. Shot blocked underneath. Great defensive work by Shaheed Davis. He's getting it done on both ends of the floor. Whip it back up to the top of the key. Delonte Davis. Davis, floater up. It is short. Rebound tracked down by the Raiders. Jesse Harden, line lane. Harden puts it up and in.
Harding looking to be in transition when they want to be in it, and they are attacking.
Offensive foul called. And Harding really turning it on now, clamping down. And they're playing with a great deal of confidence here in the fourth quarter.
You love seeing guys step up in there and take the charge. Comes in there strong. Irvin does a nice job of staying down there, absorbing the contact, and those are the plays that really ignite the team right there when you're willing to sacrifice your body.
So we have a momentary delay, and the officials are talking to the Harding players. What could this be about, Will?
You know, I don't know if there's some talking going on, so you have some issues right there. But again, we talk about all the time, where poise and composure, these are why you play in games, because they're going to come down to the stretch. You got to make sure that everyone's on the same page, you know, and look for Harding, you know, to continue to do what they're doing, especially look to get to that high-low look with Gaston now back into the ball game, and look to get some easy, high percentage shots and get to themselves to the free throw line.
Raiders trying to trigger it in, and we have a 5-second call made. Steve Arnold is just glaring.
You know, that's a very important role, is that trigger guy. He's got to have that internal clock. Everyone's got to be moving, and it gets to that 3 or 4 count. You need to use the timeout.
Back to the near side, Delonte Davis at the top of the key. Davis, far side left wing, now in the corner, Najib Johnson. This is Marcus Bagley, back out front. Delonte Davis, far side left wing, Johnson, long jumper, will not go. Johnson comes up with it, feeding it underneath, up and good for Marcus Bagley.
We talk about second shots. Johnson was able to get his own rebound and dish to his teammate. Those are the ones that you have to take away.
Outside, Arthur Cook, off the dribble, stops, pops, off, tap won't go. Rebound cleaned up by Gaston. Gaston, fadeaway jumper, off the back of the rim, it will not go. Rebound quickly ahead for Cleveland Heights. Delonte Davis. Davis loses the handle. Loose ball on the floor. Tracked down by Warren Harding. Jesse Harden up to Gaston, and he puts it up, and it will not go. He was all alone underneath. Ball is out of bounds, and it will stay with Cleveland Heights. Oh, the Raiders blew a prime opportunity at the other end on that alley-oop attempt. Look, got close.
Coach Arnold's going to talk about it, and you know he's going to say, I want points, guys, especially late in the game here. And I'm sure he's going to want to talk about it right now. We need points, guys, not showmanship.
6:13 left in the ball game. We have ourselves a ball game. It's Warren Harding, 68. Cleveland Heights, 64. Back to the home of the Raiders after this on the MyValleySports.com high school basketball game of the week.
Ohio Sports and Spine Institute is in the business of getting people better. They've assembled an expert team of rehabilitation professionals, including on-site physicians, to attain that goal. Don't be fooled by their name. Sports medicine is just part of what they do. Ohio Sports and Spine Institute also offers management of workman's comp and personal injuries, post-surgical rehabilitation, and pain management. For help with an athletic injury, chronic pain, or rehab, call the expert team of physicians and therapists getting people better at Ohio Sports and Spine Institute.
take advantage of Auto Show bonus cash and owner loyalty incentives right now at Diane Sauer Chevrolet. You can take an additional $500 to $1,000 off the most popular models, or get a great lease payment. A new Malibu is just $136 a month. A new Cruise only $165 a month. Auto Show bonus cash ends at month end. So deal now at Diane Sauer Chevrolet.
The road to savings begins this way. Diane Sauer Chevrolet.
This is Stan.
Morning, Tom. Drop dead, Stan.
Stan's responsible for the new rate cuts at Safe Auto. Rate cuts so deep, up to 35%. His coworkers are putting in lots of overtime.
How about lunch?
And they just love showing Stan how much they appreciate it.
I'm okay.
1-800-SAFE-AUTO. State minimum coverage. Savings of up to 35%.
Hey, Elizabeth.
Say you can win a free pizza. Text Pizza Joe to 45548 for your chance to win a free pizza courtesy of Pizza Joe's. Everyone goes to Pizza Joe's. We're talking tasty. 4-point ball game. Warren Harding with a 4-point lead. Up at the top of the key, Najib Johnson. Johnson is defended well by Orlando Irvin. Johnson crosses over, and we have a whistle, and we have a reach-in foul called on the floor. I'll tell you what, in a hotly contested game like this, those kinds of fouls are troublesome.
Those fouls are definitely troublesome. You know, the officials will let you kind of hot hand the guy, but you not guide him, and that's one of those where difficult call there for Warren Harding, and they went to the man there, and Johnson's a very difficult guy to stay in front of right now, so they're going to have to change it up here a little bit, but you definitely don't want to give him too many open looks.
So the ball is in at the top of the key to Delonte Davis. Under 6 to play in the fourth quarter. Harding up by 4. They bounce it far side left wing. Marcus Bagley triggers and hits.
Nice job of getting into his range, knocking down a 15-footer right there.
Jesse Harden brings it up the floor. Harden penetrating onto the right side to Delshawn Bell, who fires and misses off the front of the rim. Kevin Clark comes up with the rebound, quickly down the floor. Bagley up, shot blocked underneath. The block party continues. Orlando Irvin with a rejection. Onto the far side, right wing. Delshawn Bell to Arthur Cook. 2-point lead for Harding. Jesse Harden, right side. Back to Gaston. Now it's back outside to Harden. Harden dishes off. Gaston hammers it down!
What a great job by Harden drawing the defense, and Gaston takes care of the rest with dunking it with authority.
Bagley off the window, quickly back, quickly in, 70 to 68. The plot thickens at Warren G. Harding. Arthur Cook, floater up, too strong. Tap won't go, and it's out of bounds, and it is going to go to Cleveland Heights.
Cleveland Heights and Warren Harding just doing a great job of banging, for the basketball right there. And Coach Arnold, definitely wants to get some of that low look going there. And also he's telling them right there, sprint back on defense. We can't continue to give up those easy layups.
4:30 left. What a ball game this has been. Top of the key, Delonte Davis. Davis over to the near side, Bagley. Cross court, Johnson. Top side, 4-3, no good. Harden with the rebound.
Long shot, long rebound. Nice job by the guard getting in there and getting the long rebound.
Jesse Harden takes it baseline, feeding in the corner. Top of the key, Cook thought about that 3-ball. Rashawn Smith to Harden for 3, up and no good. Great rebound underneath. That shot won't go by Irvin. Here comes Cleveland Heights with a chance to tie. Najib Johnson to Bagley. Floater up, short. Cook with a rebound. Cook pushing it up the floor. Cook, line, lane, flips it up and in.
Very nice job, elusive, able to use the left hand and finish, and they got to get back.
72-68, top side, Johnson for 3. Back of the rim, no good. Cook fighting for that rebound, comes up with it, maintains his balance. Long lob down the floor, Smith for 3. Back of the rim, no good. Kevin Clark with a rebound, and we have a whistle, and we have an injured Cleveland Heights Tiger, and it is Marcus Bagley, who is down on the floor. So a stoppage of play with 3:24 left.
Yeah, situation there where Cook and Bagley were going after it. He caught an inadvertent elbow right there. You know, and a difficult spot for the officials because you don't want to stop it when Harding has the ball, but as soon as there's kind of a lapse in time there, they're able to get the guy off the floor.
So out of the injury timeout, Cleveland Heights comes out with the basketball down by 4. Top of the key, Delonte Davis. Davis, far side left wing, Najib Johnson. Working around the perimeter. Davis back to Cameron Cross. Davis over to Johnson from the elbow. Puts it up a little bit too strong. Ball is out of bounds. It'll go to Warren Harding with 3:04 left.
Trying to get some of the big guys, maybe a little time for the stretch run here right now. Harding going with a little bit smaller lineup, maybe a ball handling lineup to spread these guys out a little bit and get some free throw shooters in here.
Jesse Harden knifing through. There's a steal. Cameron Cross puts it up and won't go. Rebound is gobbled up by Warren Harding. This is Steinporson. Trying to feed it his way. Back to Davis. Left low block. Shaheed Davis hands to Harden. Harden puts it up and in on the reverse. At the other end, Delonte Davis has his shot blocked. Harding comes down with it. Another steal. Back the other way. Call Joe Lockhart. And we have a whistle. And we have an injured player. Cleveland Heights does not get the basket. Now, keep in mind, there was a Cleveland Heights player under the basket. It could have caused a bigger injury.
Yeah, that's a difficult call for Cleveland Heights. You can see the block shot right there. And he'll be laying on the ground. You'll get the steal. And as they're coming back down the floor, he's still underneath the hoop. He's trying to get out of the way. So, again, a difficult call, but maybe the right call. Get air on the side of caution there.
2:29 left, 6-point lead for Harding. Marcus Bagley over to Delonte Davis, back to Bagley, near side Johnson. Into the paint. Look at that pretty looking teardrop for Marcus Bagley. And it comes with 2:18 left, timeout on the floor. 74-70. These two teams, two of the best in the state of Ohio. Harding coming into this one, number 10, Cleveland Heights, number 9.
You know, nice job of getting into the interior and realizing, again, you don't need threes. There's a lot of time left in this game, getting to the interior and knocking down the shot. As for Warren Harding now, they have to make sure that they handle the pressure, you know, and make sure they're not trying to dribble past 2 and 3 guys. You know, get your head up, and if you can get it down the floor, you know, as far as the offensive set's concerned, they've been